So first one is the parabola. A parabola means is the set of all points in the plane that are equidistant from a fixed line and a fixed point not on the line. It means that see this figure. See this figure. So as you have seen that the distance, carefully see that the distance, the parabola which is in blue color, so that is the point here. So the distance between this point and this line, the distance between this point and this line, which line is called directrix, and the distance between the this point and the focus is the same. Means distance of focus and the point is equal to the distance between the directrix and the point which lie on the parabola. So these two distances are equal to each other. So the what about the focus? So the focus is that point means which is before the vertex. As you have seen that focal axis, what is called focal axis? Focal axis is that axis which passing through the focus. And the what is vertex? Vertex is that point where the parabola intersects the axis. Where the parabola intersects the axis is called the vertex point. And directrix is that point which is the perpendicular to the focal axis. So I hope you all are understand. And the first point is, it is written over here that all points on the parabola are equidistant from the focus and the directrix, which I have already tell you. Now what is, so the line is called the directrix of the parabola and the point is called the focus. A parabola is symmetric about the line that passes through the focus at right angle to the directrix. So first question is also arises that how can we find that what is the, which is the symmetry of axis? So the symmetry of axis is that where the focus passes. If focus is passing through the x-axis, then x-axis will be the symmetry of axis, and if the focus is passing through the y-axis, then the symmetry of axis is y-axis. So from there we can find out that what is this. Now the second point is that what is an ellipse? An ellipse is the set of all points in the plane, the sum of whose distances from two fixed points is a given positive constant that is greater than the distance between the fixed points. Look at this picture. So this picture clears out. So these are the, in case of ellipse there are two focuses, but in case of parabola there is only one focus. So you have to remember it. In case of ellipse there are two focuses, which is written over here, that is focus. Two focuses are in the light green color. So these are the two focus which we call plural form, that is foci. So the distance between these two foci, that means distance between these two foci is the positive constant, and it should be the greater, it should be greater than the focus between, that is the distance between the focus to each other. So their distance should be constant. Their sum of the distance of the foci is constant. For example, I have given you example. For example, you have taken one string and one you tightly tagged to one foci and other one is tagged to the other one foci, and then you take one pencil and take it over here, and then when you stretch it you will find that it will make the ellipse, and the length of the string is should be equal to the sum of the distances. So the two fixed points are called the foci plural or focus of the ellipse, and the midpoint of the line segment joining the foci is called the center. So the midpoint is called the center line joining of the foci. To help visualize definition, imagine that two ends of string are tagged to the foci, which I have already told you. So note that if the two foci coincide, means if two foci are coincides, one focus is come on the second focus, then it will become a circle. Now it no longer an ellipse. For ellipses other than circles, the line segment through the foci and the across the ellipse is called the major axis. Means and the line segment across the ellipse through the center and perpendicular to the major axis is called minus axis. So the axis which is passing through the focus, you have seen there, that is the axis which is passing through the focus is called the major axis, and the axis which is perpendicular to this, with the axis which is perpendicular to this axis is the minor axis, but actually it is not passing from there. Okay, and the endpoints, and one more point is that the endpoints of the major axis are called vertices. Sometimes question will come in exam that find out the uh, vertices of the major axis, so you can find out it in this way. Now the definition of hyperbola. Hyperbola is a set of all points in the plane, the difference of whose distances from two fixed point distinct points in a given positive constant that is less than the distances between the fixed points.